Hello everyone, welcome to .NET Mirror channel. If you are looking to dive into ASP.NET Core Web API development, you are in the right place. Before we start writing any code, we need to ensure our development environment is ready. Today, I'm going to walk you through the essential tools you need to get started in 2026, from installing the latest .NET SDK to configuring the powerful IDEs like Visual Studio 2026 and Visual Studio Code. Whether you are a seasoned pro or just starting your development, this guide will help you to up and run your IDE within no time. Let's jump into the agenda. In this video, we will try to understand how to install latest .NET 10 SDK, which is heart of our development for web APIs. Then we will set up Visual Studio 2026 for the enterprise grade projects. We will also look at Visual Studio Code, which is perfect for lightweight cross platform experience. Finally, I will give you a quick comparison to help you to decide which tool is best for your specific needs. By end of this video, you will be ready to create your first web API using either of IDE. Before we get started, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from my channel. I make videos on .NET and Azure technologies. Let's get started. First, let's look at how to install .NET SDK. As of early 2026, .NET 10 is the latest long-term support LTS version which is available today. To start your .NET Web API development, go to official .NET download page, download the .NET 10 SDK, run the installer, then you are good to go and start developing your web APIs. Once you install .NET 10 SDK, open any command prompt or PowerShell, type .NET space hyphen hyphen version, and you should see a version number like 10.0.102, which I will show you later, which means that you have .NET 10 SDK available. Now, let's understand how to install Visual Studio 2026 as an IDE to start your web APIs. Make sure you go to visualstudio.microsoft.com, download the Visual Studio installer. Once you install the installer in the workloads, make sure that you select ASP.NET component so that you can start creating your web APIs. If you are looking for console and desktop based applications, you can go and select .NET Desktop Development, and also you can go and select other individual components. I will show you in the demo. Once you are done with Visual Studio, click on the launch button so that you can start creating your web APIs. And when you are installing .NET 10, if you are looking for .NET 8 or 9 in the Visual Studio, you can select that options as well in the individual components. And if you are looking for open source cross platform development, being it Windows, Mac OS, or Linux, you can prefer Visual Studio Code, and which supports cloud native microservices web API development as well. To download Visual Studio Code, go to code.visualstudio.com, download the installer, install it, and you are ready to start using Visual Studio Code. Now, let's see the options. Go to .NET.microsoft.com. You can download .NET, which is a free cross platform open source developer platform for building any different types of applications. Currently the .NET 10 is the latest version. You have previous versions as well. Here you can check what is the latest version, what is the release date, when is the end of support. Based on that, you can select your particular version. And there are out of support versions also, but you can ignore for this right now. And let's go to the .NET 10. So if you look at .NET 10, currently .NET 10.0.2, make sure that you're checking this particular URL frequently so that you can install latest .NET. With this, you have a .NET runtime, ASP.NET, Desktop runtimes, and these are the different versions which supports. And let's go back. So even you can use this downloads page as well to download your .NET 10. So from here you can download the SDK. It will come as an installer. Once this done, you can go and install. I already have Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code installed. And once you are done with that particular installer, you can run it, verify the installation, and you are ready to start using .NET 10, and you can start your web API development. Let's go back. With the .NET, you can develop web applications, mobile and desktop, cloud-based applications, even AML-based applications you can do. You can use Visual Studio or Code as an IDE to start your development. To download Visual Studio, you can go to visualstudio.microsoft.com. You can go to Visual Studio Code as well, code.visualstudio.com. You can download any of the version based on your operating system. Same you can do with Visual Studio. I have both available on my machine. First, let me show the Visual Studio. Already I have Visual Studio installed here, Community Edition 22 and 26. Let me show the 2026 version. If I go to the modify option, here this particular option you get if you are installing first time, you will get this option. Make sure that you enable ASP.NET and web development option. And if you go and see individual components, already .NET 10 is coming by default, and it has .NET 8 and .NET 9 also. If you are start if you are starting web API development with Visual Studio, you no need to explicitly install .NET 10. It comes automatically with this particular installation. Once you are done, you can go and click on launch. Now I have different applications previously. You can go and select create new project. Here you can select API as an option. Now you have a .NET Core Web API and different. You can even build Aspire as well. So these are different options, but we will cover in the next videos. Now let's go to the Visual Studio Code. So in the Visual Studio Code, make sure that once you install, you can go and check .NET version. Here, if you see here, I have a .NET 10.0.102, and if you go to the downloads of .NET 10, the versions, and click on .NET 10, .NET 10.0.102, which is similar here, means I have my version up to date. And now you can go and start building your web APIs from Visual Studio Code as well. Let's go back to the PPT. So let's understand a comparison between these two IDEs. Visual Studio is heavy for enterprise apps and desktop development. It is bit of heavyweight on your system resources, but it has everything built in. You can go and develop any application within .NET ecosystem. Visual Studio Code is a fantastic for web APIs, microservices, and front-end related work. It is very lightweight, open source, runs perfectly on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. And based on your choice, you can pick up any of the IDE, could be Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code. With this, we are done with the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel .NET Mirror. If you like this video, click like button, share with your friends, click on the bell icon to get my video updates on my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.